All right, AP, let's do another one with temperature conversions. Got a little bit more of a brain teaser here for you. One interesting feature of the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales, okay, this is just kind of a fun fact, it's very fun, is that negative 40 degrees Celsius and negative 40 degrees Celsius and negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit represent the exact same temperature. It just so happens that at that point, both numbers represent the same temperature in real life. Okay, it's not like 100 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Fahrenheit are the same temperature. But at that one point, negative 40, they happen to represent the same temperature. And we're showing that using the figure below. But what I want you to do is verify that this is true. Now, it might seem like a wacky thing, but I want you to do your best to describe to me how you know that that is true. That's what we mean by verify. Don't just take my word for it. I want you to show me. I want you to prove to me that it is true using the diagram that I have shown here. Again, this is present in your textbook. So go ahead and think of your response. Write it down if you'd like. Press pause if you need, because here comes the solution. So the difference between 32 degrees Fahrenheit and a minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Why am I picking the negative 40 degrees? Oh, because that's the temperatures we were talking about in the question. Where am I getting the 32 degrees Fahrenheit? 32 degrees Fahrenheit is a very good number to pick because you know exactly what the corresponding temperature is in Celsius. It's 0. They're both the freezing point of water. So the difference between 32 degrees Fahrenheit, the freezing point, and that minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. If we do the exact same thing for the Celsius scale, the difference between the freezing point of water and the Celsius scale, which is 0 degrees Celsius, and minus 40 degrees Celsius is obviously 40 degrees Celsius. We can write those ratios in this way. The 72 degrees Celsius over the 72 degrees Fahrenheit over the 40 degrees Celsius. Now, if you remember what factoring is, okay, factoring is I can factor out of 72 and 40. I can factor out an 8. I can factor out an 8 because 72 is nothing more than 8 times 9, and 40 is nothing more than 8 times 5. Well, guess what? We just identified a ratio that we've already talked about in the text, that's already been demonstrated to you in the text. We are seeing that equivalency statement, the 9 degrees Fahrenheit is the same thing as 5 degrees Celsius. We're seeing that represented in these two temperatures because we could easily factor out the same number, revealing that same ratio.